I'd like to welcome everybody to the Wolf Den's Open Mic Series. My name's James Howard and I'm your host. Tonight's feature is pretty incredible. Tonight we've got this young lady and she's came all the way down from Kentucky in her Georgia debut. This is a bluegrass prodigy. She's pretty much amazing. Mackenzie Bell. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet this young lady and we're going to start this interview. Tonight is going to be really exciting for a few of us. I want you to hear these stories. She some incredible things that she's amazed me with, and I'm not going to hold back on that a little bit right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everything started. Mackenzie, can you tell us a little bit about where you're from?
Well, I'm from Orange Springs, Kentucky, near Rosine. Rosine is the home place of Bill No, the father of bluegrass music. I play bluegrass music because I was always around the sound of it. And I got influenced by Bill No and his fiddle player, Kenny Baker. And that's why I'm here today.
That's pretty amazing. Now, when you decided to play bluegrass, was there anything in particular that drew you towards it?
Yes, there was influence of Kenny Baker, Bill No.
Now, how did you first catch on to their music? Was it something that you heard on the radios, or was it played around your home?
Well, my parents always took me to concerts that they had of bluegrass and a little bit of classical. But I was always in the bluegrass little area, so I always heard it. And I always liked the sound of bluegrass. And I'm like, because see, they took me to classical, but I really, really enjoyed bluegrass. So that's why I'm in bluegrass right now and not classical.
That is amazing. Your mother, we've had several conversations over the phone, and your mother told me a story about a skunk. Could you share this story about the skunk with us?
Well, one day I came in reeking of skunk. And my parents saw that, because see, we live way out, so I was always in the woods and everything, and they thought I got sprayed by a skunk I stumbled upon or something. Well, I can't smell like that for about a week, and then they finally made me confess and say that I had two little baby skunks I found in the woods, in a little cardboard box. In the porch. And the porch is connected to our house. And that's why the place reeked of skunk for a month.
So you were allowed to keep them though? Mom allowed you to keep them for
No, she didn't.
No?
Once she found out it was out, they'll go, they'll bring them back in. Never ever again bring a little wild animal inside the house.
Yes, ma'am. That is a fantastic story. Now, your experience in bluegrass has led you many places, and I want you to share some of that experience with us, okay? There was a particular story that we were talking about earlier. I want to know more about the farm where you grew up at, and there was a great interest. There's a parcel of land, if I'm correct, that was deeded to your family from George Washington?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Our long cousin, Jacob Arnold, fought in the Revolutionary War, and see, they gave the soldiers of the Revolutionary War land grants from George Washington, and our land that I live on, our farm, was a deed from George Washington from Jacob Arnold. And he gave the land to us, and it's been farmed ever since then. It's
been farmed ever since. And you kind of come from a musical family background. You guys, seems to be a dynamic of music that flows through the veins of your family.
Yes, there is a whole lot. Most people think that the Fleeners have it, but mostly people think that's where it comes from. Because my cousins used to sing, and everybody thought, whenever they went to a new place, that it was the Fleeners that had it, but it was really the Buttons who had it on our other side. So it was a big blow to people when they said that people always came up to them and said, okay, so the Fleeners have the musical side, and they're like, no, the Buttons have the other side. So people got a real shocked to that when they started telling people that it was really the Buttons who had the musical side.
Now, your dedication to music is astounding. I've heard how methodical you are and actually your practice and everything. Share with us how much time you actually spend doing it.
I spend about 2 hours every day playing. Yeah, practicing. And along with that, in my free time, I have recently started taking up mandolin and banjo. So I do that in my free time.
What amazed me about that is your mother. I was talking to your mother, and she said that you actually picked up the mandolin this week. Is that correct?
Yes, I've had.
But then she also told me that you learned a song this week. Actually, can we hear a little bit of that before? But we're going to continue our interview. I'm enjoying talking to you, and we're having a great conversation. But can I hear a little bit more of that?
Yes. Hold on. Give me a second. This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Can everybody hear this? We gotta fix the mic. Okay, so this is Soldier's Joy.
Now, actually, this was only in like, what, a week, 2 days?
I had my first lesson yesterday, so, and I've had the mandolin for about a week.
Tell us about your instruction. I think there's some interesting stories there as well.
Well, I take lessons from my field teacher, Randy Lanham, and I have he is going to teach me fiddle and mandolin. So, and I got a banjo teacher too. So, yeah.
There's a banjo teacher as well. So now, how much time do you spend with these individuals? Is this?
The 2 other instruments. Well, I practice since fiddle is my main instrument.
Mm-hmm.
I spend 2 hours a day. I take 2 hours out of my day to practice fiddle.
Yes, ma'am.
And I try to do banjo and mandolin in my free time, which I have a lot now. My parents said that one day I was complaining because I couldn't practice for my 2 hours, my fiddle. Well, we recently figured out that I could practice mandolin in the car while going down the road. Who ever heard a kid or anybody playing a mandolin in the backseat of the car?
That's an amazing story. Now, so your mom she's the perfect roadie, correct? She everywhere. Now your grandmother as well. Does she travel with you a lot?
Yes, she does. She
So it's
travels.
awesome. She's an amazing lady, lovely lady. Hi, grandmother. Now, tell us about those travels. Now, I heard that you also did something with NBC.
Yes, today in Nashville. It's a station down in Nashville. It's mainly about the musicians who play in Nashville. And I got there by playing on the radio station Bowling Green in Kentucky. And I got down there by playing my song Angel and Walk. They played Angel and Walk, the song that I love.
Now, also, you do multiple festivals, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Now, are these festivals, they take you all over Southeast Georgia, or is it just local in Kentucky, or do you just...
We started to do, well, for the first, I've been playing for 4 years. And this is my second year going around. Like, the first year I was doing local scenes. But now we're trying to branch out into other states even. Because recently, this is the first time I've been to Georgia.
Yes.
The farthest I've ever gone was probably in New Jersey.
How was that trip?
Very amazing.
Well, come on, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, as I told you earlier, our cousin, Jacob Arnold, stayed in the Arnold Tavern. It's gone now, and it was there in New Jersey, but it's in Morristown, and they call it the Green, where the soldiers stayed at the Arnold Tavern in New Jersey. And we went there to do some family research, and we were talking to people like the mayor and stuff to try to figure out where the Arnold Tavern originally was. And first off, we went to, they found out who we were. And they found that we were descendants of Jacob Arnold. So we went to the national park, and we first into New Jersey, and we went to the Ford Mansion, which is at Valley Forge. And we went there, and the park ranger comes up to us and says, "Hey, aren't you the young lady who's supposed to play?" We were stunned because we did not know that they had literally said everybody knew that I was coming and my whole family was coming. So
How was that feeling? It made you feel good, didn't it?
yes, it did. But my first reaction was like, I literally would just had my mouth open the whole time. And later on, we found out that the people who scheduled me to play in the